Hey, everybody. Welcome to My Own Private Kokomo, your every other daily dose of that island life where we can do whatever we want. I'm Ryan Meharry. Here with me, as always, is Dave Tooney. And joining us from across the globe, the wonderful Amy Ruffle. So kind and sweet. She's joining us from Australia. It's a little after 5 a.m. there. Is that correct?
That is correct. I have no idea at this point what time or day it is.
Oh my gosh. What day is it? So here, I'm genuinely curious. Today is Wednesday, May 6th here.
So yeah, it's Thursday here, and unfortunately, future currently no better. We're still in the shit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Man, that is. It's Dave. Can you believe it's Thursday over there? It's barely Wednesday here.
No, I can't. I'm barely hanging on in general.
What I kind of figure is like time has become so irrelevant anyway. So, I mean, I haven't looked at what day it is for weeks.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
Nothing matters. Nothing ever did.
At least we have an excuse now for it not to matter. It's kind of nice. It's a good cushion.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I was always this insane, but now I can just like justify it in another way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, guys, just taking care of some little technical stuff. But Amy, we wanted to have you in today. For those who don't know, Amy was a co-host of mine on Fantasy Flicks League. So this is like a little bit of a mini reunion.
Yeah, we got this like the strong two back together and cut out the fat. Yeah.
Yeah, the dead weight. Mike McClendon. But we've talked about maybe doing a full Fantasy Flicks League reunion right here one of these days. So we'll pull you out of bed again. How is it being back in Australia? This will kind of.
It's strange. Weirdly, so when I first flew back, we had 14 days where you had to be like full lockdown in your house. And like the police would come and visit to make sure that I didn't leave the house. And strangely, that was kind of better because I think sitting in front of my computer, not being able to leave, I still felt like I was in my home in Los Angeles. So at the end of that 14-day quarantine, I was like, yes, I get to go outside. I was so excited to go for a walk. And then I went outside and totally freaked out because I was like, what is this place? Because it's like the total juxtaposition to my life in Los Angeles. It's like super suburban, like almost like country. And it's just it was a big shock to have that change. Yeah,
for sure. And to do so in such a jolting manner would you mind sort of explaining kind of how it went down? Because you were here in Los Angeles. Yeah.
And then,
if you're comfortable sharing kind of, like, so you're here in LA and then everything went nuts that first week, you know?
Yeah. I think I had like 5 days between when I was like there and then when I had to leave because they decided they were going to ground flights. And so it was such a short amount of time to make that decision before I wouldn't have been able to leave for, I don't know how long. And my parents are back here and they're kind of older. So I just thought if something happened and I couldn't fly back, I would never forgive myself.
Right.
And so, yeah, I had to pack up my apartment in like 5 days and not an ideal time to move when no one can help you move. Like I was like pulling my couch out by myself because no one could be close enough to like help me move the sofa. But yeah, it was certainly like chaotic. And my therapist was like, this is a time where you don't want to be making any like long-term life decisions, like one day at a time. And I was like, I have to change everything right now.
Yeah, I have to go to a different continent to live.
Yeah. And she was like, man, I feel bad for you. And I was like, I feel bad that my therapist feels bad for me.
Yeah, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
That's so wild. And that's got to be such a crazy adjustment. And, but you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've got new hair.
Yeah, clearly coping well. I think that's a clear cry for help is to dye your hair pink. But I think I've settled into like a weird routine now and just Yeah, one day at a time. Not like a lot of people are like, so you're gonna go back? I'm like, don't talk to me about
let's
that.
just
Yeah.
one day at a time.
Yeah.
So today thought we'd do something a little different and just kind of talk about the quarantine blues. Like I've definitely been feeling them lately. It's kind of been a bit of a drag. It's definitely like it's affecting relationships, and it's just
Yours
been
and mine.
actually. Would you say, Dave, yours and mine has never been stronger?
We're tight as we're thick as thieves.
I would say so.
I'd say so.
Or wait, hold on. Or is there something I'm missing?
No. I'd say we're getting along great.
Is this show causing a strain on our relationship?
No, I think we're having a great time.
Okay, good.
I think this is the blooming of something really special. You had such a strong foundation. Now you're taking it to the next level.
I will say I do worry about it. I do worry that that I'm annoying you sometimes.
No, you're doing all the work here.
And even then,
Ryan, you're only worrying about this now. You've been doing that to Dave for years.
Oh well, no. I'm recognizing the years that I've been doing it, and now I feel like
no.
You're doing
you do all that. You do all the heavy lifting on this. This has been really nice. This is great. I mean, I sent out a tweet 10 minutes before the show started.
No, that's
so
okay.
I gotta pick it up.
No, this is.
But I didn't mean to interrupt. You said relationships are strained in certain ways.
Just everything. Just I feel like, and I don't know how. I'm assuming for everyone that it's just been just a different range of emotions, kind of on an almost daily basis. Like I kind of was thinking, like when it first all started, it was just like such a jolt and a shock, and like there was sort of that like unease, anxiety of what's going to happen. I don't know. What this is. Like there's almost like even like an adrenaline rush all of a sudden, like this is like the whole world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think some of that kind of initial panic for a lot of people sort of worn off. The anxiety is kind of maintained for sure. And now I feel like for me personally, I'm just kind of at that, I'm at a place of feeling pretty like exhausted from it. Just that fatigue, little like stir craziness. And I figured maybe other people would be feeling that way too. So I thought, let's talk about it and make it less scary in a way, hopefully.
Yeah.
And so we'll see you next time, guys. That's it for today's show.
Ryan, you're crazy. Dave and I are doing fine.
Yeah, just crushing it.
Yeah. I'm at a high point in all aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, would you guys say that for you? Like, is it kind of like a constantly evolving thing? Or you feel like you've settled into something and it's definitely calmed down, or like, is it just good days, bad days?
Amy, what are you thinking? How are you feeling?
It's hard to like kind of even put it into a sentence that makes sense, but I think some days are fine and kind of like breeze through, and then other days I don't feel anything, which I think is probably bad. So they seem fine. And then there are days that are like miserable, and it's just like, okay, today's a day where I kind of just have to make it to the end because everything feels too much. And I think that happens when we seem to get like a new piece of information, or there's something in the news that's like a new thing for the brain to have to process. And our brains are just so fatigued at the moment that any new thing to take on is like absolutely exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How are you guys consuming your news these days? When it first started, I was watching the news every single day, checking in pretty regularly. It's kind of tapered off some. Where are you guys with that right now?
I'm not taking in much at all. And then when I do check in, it kind of hurts. So definitely trying to monitor it, because I was like you, just like reading everything and couldn't turn away from it. And now I'm kind of finding it hard to pay attention to anything. Like even watching shows now is hard. I'm just like finding myself floating around like YouTube instead of watching actual shows, which is bizarre.
My concentration and focus was just something I struggle with already. I'm legit ADD. And it's definitely just made it a billion times worse. Like kind of flying all over the place. It's hard to really kind of like buckle down and focus on one thing. It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are probably feeling that. It's hard to. I have a friend who on the East Coast, and he was saying he has a maybe more traditional, non-traditional, but more traditional job than maybe acting is. But he said where normally he's going about his day and getting stuff done. He said now what would normally take him a couple hours is now taking him like all day to do. And part of that is because
you're constantly texting him.
Home. What's that?
You're constantly texting him.
Yeah. I'm asking which basketball players he likes from 97.
He dutifully responds and then okay, now 98.
Yeah. Sean Kemp's still good. But he's part of that is because he's now working from home and he's having it and his family is home. So like just that all makes it harder. But he said his mind is just everywhere. And I'm probably in a similar boat. As far as the news goes, the only way I'm really taking in a lot of news now is like in the morning, if I'll go for like a walk for like an hour and a half, something like that. And I'll queue up like 5 different podcasts and it'll be like an NPR morning news or whatever that one's called. And then there's like a coronavirus daily and then the BBC news. And then I will listen to, if I'll try to do like the daily from the New York Times and then maybe like the CBS news thing. And then I might even try like a Fox. I do a Fox one because I just want to hear what.
Just do a little Fox check-in just to kind of.
I just want to hear
I do that from time to time just to kind of get.
But it's like one long chunk of news, which is tiring by the end. But I'm like, all right, got it. And then at night, I get an email from the LA Times. It's like just like a summary of what's going on with the Corona news that sometimes I read, sometimes I don't. But I try to keep it mostly to just the morning. And then maybe that email at night. But otherwise I try not to do it the rest of the day because at this point, it's not changing by the hour quite as much. And also it's just exhausting.
Yeah. Honestly, I just find I get all my information from Trump's press briefings and that's, I think that's all you really need.
That's healthy. Yeah, I think that's good.
What are you hearing, Amy, on the... This usually takes about 9 or 10 minutes. Amy, what do you hear? Do you hear anything from? Oh, my favorite. You know, it's one of my favorite things you do. Amy, do you hear anything? Do you hear Trump over there as much, or is it like minimally?
No, he does inundate our like news conferences as well. It's kind of amazing. Him and Boris Johnson both get quite a bit of airtime because they seem to be making really fun decisions, both of them. But yeah, we still do get fun choices. Yeah, strong character point of view, I think, is really like consistent point of view, which is really cool. But we get, most of it because it's so much worse in both of those places than it is here. So I think they keep trying to reference those two places because the thing I've noticed in the last week is we've had a real reduction in the number of cases and everyone is just totally relaxing. Like people are going out, not like as vigilant as they were. And I'm like more anxious now of going outside again rather than having to stay inside longer. I think like that transition is going to be really hard and interesting to navigate, but I think they keep, trying to be like, guys, it's not over yet. And using America as like a reference point for that.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely kind of seen myself like feeling like a little more lax, and just sort of general attitude and like, oh, I need this one little thing from the store. I'm gonna go get it. And just. And I think that's I feel like that's probably a pretty common thing for people, just the general having to stay at home fatigue. But yeah, it is. But then when you see like the videos of like, or pictures of people like hanging out in parks and doing all this stuff, it's like, all right, now definitely got to rein it in now just because it's becoming a little too fervent. Is that the right word? Fervent?
We'll take it.
I think so.
Yeah.
They'll take it. Oh, I just spit so much all over my computer screen.
You got to get a microphone with
It's
one
the
of
only
those.
way. It's the only way I'll get washed in any way capacity. So maybe that's good.
Ew, Ryan.
It is. Have you ever seen my computer screen, Amy? Like when we were recording together?
No, I think you hid it in shame.
I did. It's so dusty.
The only time I feel bad about my computer is when I go to the Apple store and I just like apologize profusely because I'm like, you feel that they're judging how dirty your laptop is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just cleaned mine recently. It's like, oh yeah, this requires such a minimal amount of effort to do this.
I just honestly, it's just a matter of getting the spray and stuff that I need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how am I going to get that? Where do you get that at? Amazon? Can't be ordering off of that unless you want to go. If you're a jerk.
That's true. Wait, have you guys been disinfecting your phones?
No.
My parents brought it up to me the other day. They're like, oh, every time you go out, you should like wipe your phone down when you come home. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes total sense. And I haven't done that for 45 days.
But like, it feels like there's like one, how do you do it? Because I know like you can mess your phone up like a billion different ways. And apparently there's like only one right way to clean it. And it requires a bunch of effort.
We just use methylated spirits.
Really?
Like a type of alcohol.
Wait, methylene?
Yeah, we call it methylated spirits. I don't know if it has a different name.
Ryan, we call it Goldschlager.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's sweet. Like pull up my phone and be like, oh, a little for you, a little for me.
Oh, little gold flakes in there. All right.
No wonder.
That's how you know it's fucking fancy. Hey, do you know about Goldschlager?
I'm guessing it's an alcohol.
Yeah, it's this alcohol that's got like these little flakes of gold in it. And it's definitely like something you drink in college. It's a college booze. And you do feel
that's what you were drinking in college? That feels like I didn't have enough money to drink that in college.
Oh, it's just because it is. That's the funny part about it. Just because like everyone will show off. It's like, hell yeah, this is Goldschlager. She's got like fucking flakes of gold in it. Yeah, it's like this is good shit. It's fancy as fuck. You know, like it's
like cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon drink. It's I got too hammered off it. It's like, and I couldn't do it anymore after that. It ruined cinnamon liquor for me. Not that I was a big cinnamon guy before that, but it
what
was
a
too
loss
much.
for you, Dave. Wow.
Yeah, like they're not drinking it like in the skybox during the Super Bowl or anything. It's not like it's not very fancy. It's not.
After a night of that, my friends they threw me in the back of their truck, in the bed of the truck, and had to drive me home. And I threw up on the front lawn of my parents' home, and then had to hose it down. And it was a nightmare of a night.
If I had a nickel for every time you told a story that ended up with you being thrown into the bed of a truck, I would be a wealthy man. I would be a wealthy man.
That was one of the worst.
I feel like it's everyone based on their living situation. It's like dealing with like different kind of frustrations and annoyances. Like living alone obviously is like tough, just kind of the no human interaction. People who like 4 or 5 people, like families living in a house together, or like a roommate situation, that's gotta make you want to pull your hair out.
Every situation that you're in sucks in this time.
Sucks.
With someone, without someone, it sucks because it gets old.
Who's what situation has got it the best? Would you say like newlywed couples who got their wedding and honeymoon in before all this happened, like right before this all happened?
Yes. And have a new puppy or something like that they're putting their energy into.
New puppy is good too.
That's a good one. Or people who've been married for like 40 years.
This is their routine. Like,
they know it. They get it.
Retired. Yeah. Like older retired people. So just trying to make a list of like who we shouldn't like right now.
Agoraphobes. That's the word, right? People that don't like to go outside. Great time for them.
I'll say this, and I think, Dave, I told you this before, I'm finding myself like developing a little more agoraphobia, where like Dave was talking about going and
Huntington
walking
Beach.
around. Yeah, going or just like
to the pier.
Yeah, driving to different neighborhoods to walk around because you've just been kind of tired of, and like
Yep.
there was a time where I was like almost like standing at the door with the intention of like I'm gonna go drive to a different neighborhood and walk around, and I got like anxiety, like legit anxiety about it, and I was like, no, I'll just walk around here. I don't feel like having to go do all that. Like I have not probably really left my neighborhood in any meaningful way since all this has happened. Like
Yeah, it's wild.
Probably like I don't think I've veered any more than like 2-3 miles.
Really?
Great. I mean,
Yeah.
you would do well here because we're not allowed to be more than like a 10-kilometer radius from our house. If the police stop you, if you're not in your neighborhood, you get fined.
Damn.
Oh,
That's pretty
Man.
wild.
that is wild.
Yeah. Like a mom was taking her daughter for a driving lesson and they were like 20 kilometers away because they had driven on a freeway somewhere and they got pulled over and fined for that, which I think that's way too far. This seems like a great
Yeah.
time to be doing driving lessons.
For sure.
Yeah, this is a perfect time.
Is it super bad there, or it just being like an abundance of caution? Like
No, they're going like we've had I think like 80 deaths in total. Like it's really good because they're being so crazy.
sure, yeah, just knock it out.
Man, that is
Yeah.
great.
Wait, here's my question for you. Where we've seen like a lot of celebrity houses because they're all going live on the internet because they don't know what to do with themselves. Whose house would you want to quarantine in?
I will say, I don't know if you guys saw at least the picture of it. It kind of went viral, but the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals during the draft, like he was doing his setup at home, and he was showing off Cliff Kingsbury. His house looked freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. I didn't even swear. I will show you a picture in just a second.
That's like the most on-brand Ryan answer. I'm so happy.
It really is.
What's yours, Dave?
Years ago, MTV Cribs had an episode where they showed, this is just the one I can think of, where they showed Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s house, the race car driver. And he's got like a movie, like a great like movie room or whatever, and all these things. But also in the back, like I think he probably took like a 4-wheeler out to the back or something like that. But he's got like an old West town on his property. And like one of them has like a full bar, like an old West bar, I think. And
Damn.
yeah, and I was like, oh, that seems fun and weird and specific. Like
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s place. What about you?
Now, Amy, you were asking about a house that you saw during this quarantine time, right?
No, not necessarily. I just mean that like we have seen more of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
It can be a yacht. I don't want to exclude David Geffen from this.
The lovely David Geffen.
Yeah.
I hate going to Google Images because you can never find like a picture that like blows it up big.
Mm-hmm.
There. You guys, at this point, no one cares about Cliff Kingsbury's house anymore.
Either that, or I would either go to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s place, or I don't know, like the Black Dahlia's house.
Okay.
All the murders happen.
You like seeing where the murders are?
Spend some nights there. I'm gonna say, I noticed this yesterday. I'm not that I'm doing it in any really successful degree, but like now I work out at home. You can't go to the gym, so I work out at home, and I'm at home a lot more, and I don't leave as much. And last night I was like, smells like a dude lives here, and I hate this.
Smells like a dude lives here.
Uh-huh.
You can smell your own home. Like I can only
Sometimes.
smell it if something's like really off, but
It smells like someone's been sweating in this apartment and hasn't left it very much. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Open up some windows.
I gotta open up, and my windows are like open all day, all the time.
I need to do that more.
Is
my house
always open? But it still was like, it is ripe in here, and I despise all of this.
You guys have both been to my house, and be honest with me. Now's the time for honesty. That's what this whole episode is about. Does my house like have a little bit of a funk to it? Like, is it kind of boyish? Does it smell like too much of a boy's house?
That's why Dave and I are here today. We couldn't have thought of a better time to bring this up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have all these like
I'll
beautiful candles around. They look nice, but you could.
They ain't being used. They ain't being used.
You got nothing
Ryan,
for it
your
to
house
cling to.
is-
You got wood floors. You got nothing for it to cling to. You have a nice clean home, and I'm just that, like, just a hardwood floor and tiled kitchen. It's like it always will smell a little fresher. I think it's a result of that.
I need a rug though, I think. You guys think I need a rug? Here, I'll let everyone see.
I think, your house always feels like really crisp and fresh. That would be my like words to describe it. I think you could do a rug because you're going to be home so much more. You might as well be comfortable.
That's true.
And like a little statue in the corner of like a
of Dave.
Of Dave?
Oh, of David, of either me or David.
Like combine the two.
Yeah.
And in ways you don't like.
You put my dick on that statue.
Yeah.
How is it
smaller than it was
worse?
before?
I just need you to draw that picture of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to draw that picture of it.
Well, the idea for this episode also, we're like, okay, if we're going to be talking about kind of how down we're feeling and just sort of our general anxieties, feelings, well, we want to end on a high note. And if people are also feeling that, we would want them to maybe shake off some of that energy, have a little fun. So we decided we would play some games over Zoom. And we would invite anyone who's watching right now to join us here on the Zoom and play with us. If you'll go to the My Own Private Kokomo Instagram page, if you look at our profile, I've put the link to this Zoom meeting in there. So if you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. I'll share my screen. We'll do, I found this website, it's called Sporkle. And you can do these like different kind of little quizzes and games, and I'll be the point man, and everyone can kind of shout their answers and tell me what to do, and it'll be fun. We'll all work together.
Do we gotta Amy and I gotta go to it too, or look at something?
No, you're right
We're
here.
good.
You're good to go.
Okay.
Is
this something that? Oh, you go.
Go ahead, Amy.
Hopefully
Go
this
ahead.
works.
No, go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because it's gonna take them a while because the YouTube is a little bit behind this.
With the lag and all that.
A little bit of a lag. When this first started, I've told Ryan this. Like at first, I was like, oh, and I was a little panicky, and then I settled in relatively quickly, and I was like, oh, this is fine. This is all fine. It's not that much different from my day to day, anyways. But then like last week, I was like, oh no, I'm feeling it now.
Yeah.
And I, like Ryan was saying, I'm a little stir crazy. I need to go out more. I have more anxiety dreams than I've ever had. I don't sleep as well, probably just because I'm not, even though I'm working out a little bit, I'm just not moving as much. So I'm just not as tired as the day goes on. Yeah. So like in the last few days, I've like, okay, let's focus on like getting more energy out. That means leaving a couple times a day, going for longer walks, working out maybe a little bit more, and then turning off that TV a little bit earlier at night and just like
I need to do that,
trying to settle in. And it's like, let's focus on a couple things, whether that is like I'm trying to like, I want to work out consistently and really like put good effort into it when I'm doing it. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm trying to learn Spanish.
Good for you.
I'm like, those are the two things. That's all I need to really worry about in the day of like getting things done is like those two things. And if I can work on and then everything else is a bonus. So
that's great.
Those are two things. Yeah. Just try to figure things, just to try to have some simple tasks.
Yeah, I think like bringing it back
to
like
things. We've got our first guest. I'm going to admit Hillary Kane.
Yeah. All right.
I'm glad it's working. I was so worried about that. Admit. Did I admit? Admit. Admit it. There we go.
Perfect. Just as I always picture her. She's getting her video up.
That video up. Hillary Kane hopping in. There she is.
There
Hi,
she
Hillary.
is. Hi, Hillary.
How are you? Woo, look at this cool background. What is all this? What are we working with here? Where are we?
These are little banners from work that hide my dirty kitchen.
Oh, very nice. We are being joined by the amazing Tony Charlene.
Woo!
I feel
Video,
so weird. I'm not worthy. Not worthy.
Oh no, no, we want everyone in. Thank you guys for
Definitely worthy.
I was worried everyone.
If Tony's here, you're worthy. Trust us.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Oh, I love it.
Oh, fun.
Amy, I gotta get fun with these backgrounds.
You got to get fun.
I don't know how to do it. All this computer stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
Tony, are you eating fruit roll-ups or?
God, I wish.
Yeah.
Beyond sausages.
Oh,
So far from a fruit roll-up.
Yes.
Yeah.
La.
I
So
got-
fun. Oh, we got Jared Ducker joining us.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh,
come.
he did not connect to audio. We need to get
Jared. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hi,
Hey,
Jared.
Jared, welcome.
Hey,
Thanks for popping in.
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Oh, Drew DeFonso Marks in the background for Tony Charlene.
Hey guys,
Hey, hey, hey.
what's
Uh,
happening?
We're gonna play a game.
Cool.
I just want to say before we go any further, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people here, I have taught
He did not
6 of you, 2 in the classroom and 3 of you on stage on a weekly basis.
It's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, somebody else say yeah.
Wow.
If somebody, I think somebody might have the YouTube channel on. They might need to mute it. I think we're good.
Dave, am I the no, or have you taught me and I can't remember?
You're the one I haven't. Everyone else I've taught extensively. They've learned a lot from me.
I have learned a lot from you, David.
Yeah, I suck.
That's the message that he usually imparts to his students is that they suck.
Yeah, that's why I had to flee the country.
Okay, guys, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to do these Sporkle quizzes. I haven't looked at them yet because I didn't want to spoil them for myself. So I've got a few lined up. They're like different types. I think one's like a Minesweeper game. And we can, if they're lame, we can nix it, we can veto, and we'll go on to the next one. But hold on one second. Let me.
Okay.
What's fun about these this website is there's a ton of ads you got to navigate.
Out of all the people that watch the show, how many are on right now? All of us?
100%.
No, I think I would say about 85, 80, a solid 85%.
But he's not great with numbers.
Just
I'm gonna say-
remember, when this blows up, we were here.
The first ones, absolutely. It's a
I'm gonna
nice
say,
little.
and honestly, Amy, you having me and Ryan in your background, and Hillary, you having that guy.
Mayor
really boosts
Bradley.
those numbers and makes us
That
look
guy.
like there's more listeners.
Wait,
Here we go.
The setup because Tony and I were watching the show. I went outside to do something. I came back in and Tony was on the show.
Yeah, that's how it works sometimes. You can't miss a second. You tune out for a second and everything changes.
Yep.
All right, so I've got a couple of quizzes lined up here. We can do a true or false logic quiz, a 1 to 20 clickable minds, and an almost useless trivia.
Oh, useless trivia.
For sure.
Useless trivia? All right. We're
Okay.
going to do some useless trivia. I don't know what's going to happen.
And we're playing for money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the stakes?
Everyone, if we win, we all get $1,000. Everyone chips in. There's how many people? We each chip in, and we did chip in enough to have $1,000 pot. And then when we win, everybody takes that money back. And if we lose,
I
But
didn't understand any
you
of
have to
that.
run that by legal, which I think is me. So that's
Oh yeah.
yeah, not happening.
Oh.
We run it by you. You run it behind. You run it by the guy behind you. And then,
Tom Bradley said, "Yeah, no, that's illegal."
Oh yeah, there we go.
Dave, if I
But
get
we could have like Kokomo currency or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
this is
like
like
coconuts.
Oh.
if we win, we get 10 million Kokomo bucks. All right, guys, we're gonna do this
Dave.
for
Kokomole.
wait, Dave, quick question. If I get every single one of these right, Dave, on your next long walk, will you not wear a mask?
please.
Please.
Sure.
If I get them all right.
I want to say downtown. I went downtown on last week, and it was not very fun. I'm going to be honest. And there was one guy on the corner. He had a mask down and could not have been coughing harder or more
Oh my God.
Oh God.
right around other people who were saying nothing. They were like waiting in line, and he was coughing so hard and so
No.
much, and he had the mask.
Oh.
Did you stop to ask if he was okay?
No.
He did not care.
David, I'm
Was it an older
disappointed.
guy, Dave?
I mean, older. If you by older, you mean about my age. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna lead until you were looking in a mirror, but yeah.
All right, guys, we want to try this quiz. It's 40
Yeah.
general knowledge questions in 4 minutes. And then, if you know, we'll go question by question. And if you know the answer, throw it out. If we all want to skip, we'll skip. And yeah, let's do it. All right, here we go.
Wait, I'm so sorry. But I don't want to prolong this. If we know the answer, what are we doing? We're saying the answer. We're saying yes,
Just-
I know it. We're raising our hand.
Just say the answer since we're all working together.
Oh, got it.
We're all one team.
Yeah, we're all one
Yes.
team. We're playing.
Oh.
We're playing the clock.
Great.
Okay. Apparently, it needs to reload.
And the clock started.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Sign up.
Have you tried this before?
Yeah, I've actually done this a ton. I've played on this website a bunch, and this is the first time it's ever asked to do this. Here, I'm gonna stop share for a second, just so I can log in. I guess I'll sign up real fast. This is super.
Cocoa Bucks.
Oh my god, it does cost 150 Cocoa Bucks.
Oh no.
Kokomo
No.
Bucks. It's ridiculous. All right, I'll spring for it because I am the creator of the currency.
Jared, what do you do? What's going on? What is this in between of during your day? Are you in between work right now?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Like I telework. Luckily, I'm able to do that right now. So basically, I just have my other work computer logged on and kind of going, but it's pretty slow. So
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
We're playing quiz. Oh shit! Here, I gotta share the screen again.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Shit! What the fuck! Oh fuck, dude! Oh, dude, I fucked it up.
We're fucked.
All right, here we go. It's. Oh my god, what happened?
Ryan.
Oh my god, my games. My games. Oh god, my show and my games. Never gonna get out of these Kokomo bucks.
All right, here we go. Play quiz.
Okay.
I'm all signed in. We should be good to go.
Play showdown.
Germany.
Who won the FIFA World Cup in 2010? I think you're right.
Germany.
All right. It's not letting me.
Are these the questions?
Maybe they
Mhm.
can be smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go. I'll read them, and you guys can.
Ready.
Yeah.
Germany for everything.
How do they know where you want that to go?
You just type in the answer, and it'll put it to
Oh, we
the
go
right.
in order. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is it in?
It's not accepting it, so that
You
means
have
it
to,
might
like,
not be
hit
right.
enter?
Oh wait, was 2010 the Netherlands?
Mm.
Try it.
It won't let you give a wrong answer?
Whoa.
Me, but you don't get the.
Somebody Google it.
All right, but we can skip it if we want. Which of the Earth's ocean is the largest?
Pacific.
Nobody knows that.
Pacific Ocean is correct.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
The positive square root of 36 is?
6.
6.
6, that's correct, I believe.
6 times 6 is 36.
Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Michael Jackson.
Yep, Michael Jackson did write that. In which century did the American Civil War take place?
18.
7. Oh,
19.
yeah.
17.
19.
19.
I get confused with centuries.
Diaper.
Diaper.
Diaper. Oh, a diaper?
Diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the Japanese word for?
Tsunami.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Interesting.
Tsunami. Michael Jeffrey Jordan became famous as a great player of which sport?
I'd say baseball.
Basketball.
I'd say baseball. That's when he really started.
That's when he caught my eye. What is the capital city of Greece?
Is it not Athens? Is this a trick?
Who knows? Hold on.
That would be
Well,
my
I
guess.
feel like it has to be Athens.
Troy.
I'm admitting someone else wants to join. Welcome, Ajit.
Ajit. Woo.
What up? Sorry for the late delay getting you in. Okay, all right. So anyway, so we were saying Athens.
Yeah.
My
Athens,
thought,
correct.
yeah.
Who was the
Washington.
first president? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, this is pretty easy.
Hey,
The
Ajit.
Eiffel Tower. Oh, I'm gonna say Paris.
Paris?
Yes.
Man, these are guys. These are insultingly easy, I would say.
Well,
We're almost
just
out of
getting
time.
going.
I think is it Beijing for 2008 Olympics?
Mm.
And just so you know, we're just shouting out the answers here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
think so. Yeah. You're right.
Which of these three words is a palindrome? Boater,
Rotor.
motor, or rotor?
Rotor.
Rotor.
Rotor. Mm-hmm.
Road.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Which star of the film Rebel Without a Cause?
Jimmy
does-
Dean.
Steen.
Mm-hmm. Which is the only sign of the
Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah.
Taurus.
Dog.
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 1969.
1969.
Very
Simpsons.
nice.
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Although I think they did a rebrand change and did try to do Kentucky
Triangle.
Fresh. Triangle. Okay. How many?
Five.
Five. The answer is 5.
We only have a minute.
Toy Story 3.
Oh, Avengers, maybe?
Toy Story 3.
Yes.
The country Gabon
Mm.
is found on which continent?
You have 9 to choose from.
I mean, it sounds like a
Skip
like
it.
Italian slang.
Yeah,
Like
it's a skip.
you Gabon. That's a skip. Okay. Canberra is the capital city of which country?
Gabon.
Yay!
I'm kidding.
What is it?
Australia.
It's Australia.
Yeah.
See that?
Holy
I've known
guacamole.
that.
Canberra.
Boston is
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
That's
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Uh-oh. How do you spell Massachusetts?
MASSACHTUSE.
Wait, what?
Mm.
CH.
I think we lost it in the end there.
I did. I had it, and then I was like, I just.
Massachusetts.
3.
Massachusetts.
Oh, 2 T's.
Oh.
He was on a timer.
It was on a
Yeah, the
timer.
4-minute timer.
Dang. Yeah, there's some technical difficulties.
Spain. Okay.
I mean, we weren't embarrassing.
My
We
bad.
got 58%. The average score is
Yeah, we weren't
75.
Oh,
I think
wow.
we would have done better. We would have done better. If anything, yeah. I'd say we crushed it. Of all the questions
Okay.
we answered, we didn't get anything wrong.
Yeah, wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Still
I don't know how to
pretty good.
play Minesweeper, so this will be for those who are.
Tony's never played Minesweeper.
I don't think I have either.
I don't think I have either.
I haven't this
Really?
week.
What did you do, like,
Uh-oh.
computers as a kid when you were born?
This is
Yeah.
all I did as a child.
Minesweeper and Solitaire.
Yeah.
I think I might be
What was
overloading
it?
my Google Chrome. I think it's quitting on me.
Who remembers Pong?
Oh,
Yeah.
I had Pong.
For sure.
Sorry, guys.
Long and then I had Google Vision.
My Google Chrome crashed.
You're gonna have to re-log in.
I hope not, guys. It's
Another
not,
150.
this is a
Kokomo bucks.
disaster.
Yeah. Imagine if you were watching one of your favorite TV shows, and then all of a sudden, about 8 unexpected characters just showed up into the show, and then the show stopped working.
Or if you found yourself in the show.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that'd be pretty fun.
Which is
Yeah.
pretty much what late night TV is now.
Everyone,
Right.
But
everyone
actually-
say not at once. We'll go around. If you had to suddenly appear in a television show, what TV show would that be?
Oh.
Tony and Drew, what would you be in?
Insecure.
Star Trek, hands down.
Okay,
Wait,
great.
You could be in any Simpsons.
Yeah. Although
Sure.
you already said Insecure, so
I'll
right.
take
Yeah,
it.
it's
Right.
Ajit, what would you be in?
Late night show.
Which one?
Which one?
Late night.
Late night?
Oh, cool.
Okay, nice. Hillary?
Afterlife.
Which one's Afterlife?
Ricky Gervais. Oh,
Oh,
Yes. Okay. I gotta
all right.
watch that.
I'd be the only American.
Oh,
All right.
Perfect.
I'm into it.
Jared, what about you?
So I think I'm gonna have to go just like Drew for quality of life and experience. I'd go Next Generation.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Whoa.
it's the best way to be a citizen.
Yeah,
I would.
mean, Replicator too. It'd be great.
Oh yeah. What, Amy? What about you? Did you answer?
I haven't. I'm watching The Wire, but I don't want to answer that
Mm.
because that seems like a really tough place to live.
Dark.
Yeah, I think Arrested Development.
But so maybe I misunderstood the question. Was it a show you would like to live in the world of, or
Yeah.
Just like this, you just pop in suddenly. Just
Yeah,
like this,
Arrested
just like how
Development
everyone
for
came
sure.
into this video chat.
Like in the like you're in the show. You're not really there.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
You're living there. Oh.
You thought you were like being an
I'm
actor
confused.
on the show, like you. Would
Either
just,
way.
Yeah.
Not the
I would do probably The Simpsons. Yeah, I think.
You and Tony. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
I'd pick
It was a good answer,
700
Tony.
Club.
I liked it.
I'd be in the 700 Club.
Oh, God.
Like,
Right? Is that a show that still happens?
Oh.
you would. Your life is a 700 club.
Don't they have like Zoom Jeopardy these days?
I think so.
I don't know if I'd want to live there.
You
mean-
don't live in Zoom Jeopardy?
I did print off a depression, anxiety, and stress quiz if we run out of things, but now I feel like that's such a buzzkill to end on.
You can make it a bingo card. There's an
Yeah,
app.
I did it, and it's not pretty, the answer.
If you had to pick one way to go, what would it be?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
After Dave.
I'll plug my computer in. Yeah, I think this was a little overload for my computer. I don't think I can get Google Chrome with me.
It can't handle Minesweeper.
Apparently not, or it can't handle. Oh, wait, hold on. Finally, I can restore.
You have a second generation gateway, right,
Mhm.
Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
That you're running?
Yeah, that I found.
Is there a game that anyone has been playing since quarantine has happened that they're really liking? What's some game ideas?
I'm addicted
Done.
to Animal Crossing. It's embarrassing.
Okay.
Animal Crossing. That's what I hear from everybody.
That's what all
Anyone
the
else
kids
playing
are
Animal
playing.
Crossing?
Call of Duty Warzone. It's fun.
Counter Strike is also fun.
Which one?
Which one?
Counter Strike.
Counter Strike.
Counter Strike. Okay.
Good.
All right, Jared. What are you playing?
So on my own, I've been playing Super Mario Odyssey
Yeah.
because I just
That's
got a
cool.
Switch,
Yep.
once this all kicked off,
Mhm.
and that's been really fun.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
we got it.
But like with friends, we've been playing like Mario Kart, and then we've been doing like some stuff over like like House Party, and we've just like even done like Zoom. We'll do like board games and stuff, and like we'll
Yeah.
set one person up, we'll set up a tablet, and like that'll be like focused on the game. So that's been kind of fun.
I got Tabletop Simulator off of Steam,
Oh.
and it's great. It's got essentially every board game. Not sure on the legality of it, but it's got every board game, and you can just play whatever. It sets it all up for you, and then you can play with your friends. So
I
if
did
you
a
wanna-
poker night a couple nights ago.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Did you say strip poker night?
No, just regular.
Oh, regular.
It
Oh,
was
That does seem more like
Bad
it.
idea.
And this app, and then we Venmo'd each other money. So it was great.
That's fun. I want to do.
That's
I think.
so illegal.
Yeah, there's a lot of illegal gambling going on. All right,
I
guys.
like it.
I found Minesweeper. We'll give that a try, or we can do the true or false logic test, which sounds like more fun.
Ooh.
True or false?
True or false?
Yeah,
Yeah.
logic sounds.
Because we have a 50% chance of getting it right every time.
All right.
That's some good logic.
Not
I did math.
Amy, it's still so dark by you.
It's so dark. It's not even
Are
6
you-
a.m.
Are you gonna go
Wow.
to?
Oh my gosh.
Are you gonna go to bed when this is all done?
I don't know.
Yeah, go back to sleep, or you haven't been to sleep, right? God.
Mm-mm.
Guys, give it up for Amy for being here. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you to join us. All right, guys,
Thank
we're
you.
going to do this true or false logic quiz. So we'll see what it is. All right, are you guys ready? It's a
Ooh,
big
okay.
quiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I just need it to load.
No, no.
All right.
Another time. One.
Oh, this is weird. All right, true.
This is like an LSAT problem. No.
It's already the time has started.
Yeah, it's just not.
And
It
we have
says
20 minutes.
true. A3 and D4 are true. Okay. Wait. This feels like a puzzle of some sort. Is that correct?
Yeah, it feels like a riddle or something.
It's a logic game like in the college admissions test.
All right. Or maybe, okay, true. I answered true for A2. True. If you've made it this far without guessing, you're probably going to win.
When
All right. So A3 is true. We know that, right?
Yes.
Any false boxes in a corner are not adjacent to any other false boxes. Oh, look.
Okay.
All right. So what would, all right. Okay. So A4.
A4 has to be true.
Yeah, based on A3.
Nope, it's false.
What?
We failed. It's over.
It's like they heard you.
At least it doesn't let you go all the way.
It ends it. That's it.
Yeah,
just
that
says-
is fair.
Yeah. No, you're a dummy.
No, you don't get to do that's it for you.
Can we do that? I mean, I was lost immediately, but can we do that one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't give us the other answer, so we can try one more time.
are you
I thought
allowed to
this-
like mark the different boxes when it gives you the rule?
I think you just got to keep it in the back of your mind,
What?
and you'll have or maybe you can scroll.
Meharry, are you on unfun.com?
Yeah.
Don't
I
lie.
thought this was supposed to make us feel better, and I just feel like an idiot.
No. This is so much fun. We're all working together.
See, like, so we know A3 and like we should be able to mark them. Like those are true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So let's
think
just do that, right?
Yes. All right.
Because D
All right.
wasn't
But that's A2. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Here, let me see. Can I mark? Can we get skipped? Oh, we can. Okay. So any false boxes in a corner. Oh, so let's go to D4.
Yeah.
Mark that. So we know that one is true. That is correct. B5 is the opposite of this box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Five is
this
false.
is fun.
Yeah, so B5 's
okay.
Okay, now we're cooking.
False. C1 is false.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, this makes much more sense.
Yeah, I had a flashback to the LSAT.
Oh, they tricked us.
You
Oh,
tricked us.
Because it says false,
False.
C1 is false.
Ah.
So
Oh, I
that
like
means
that.
C1 is
Negative.
true.
All right. Do we try again? Do we start again?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
guys, I have
Okay.
to go to a real Zoom meeting that won't
No.
What do you call this?
This,
No.
I mean, I don't want to go, but I work for that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Hillary.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
joining
you.
us.
Let me play.
All right. Let's do
God,
this
you
again.
guys have 900 viewers right now.
Yeah. I can't imagine who could miss this. All right. False.
Wait, what? What?
true.
All right. All right.
D4 is false. I'm sorry,
No.
true.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's like we know that one.
True. B5.
Are we only supposed to mark true boxes?
No,
No, we
we're
marked-
No.
we're just going by the clues.
Yeah, so B5,
Yeah.
true. B5 is the
false.
opposite of this box.
B5 is
So
false.
false. Yeah.
False, C1 is false.
true.
Yeah, that's a lie because it said false.
Just read it.
This box is adjacent to 3 true boxes.
So B1, C2, D1 are all true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a true statement.
Yes.
Nope, that's false.
What?
No, adjacent. One.
Adjacent. Wouldn't that be
Oh, we
B2 and
B2
D2?
and D2?
Yeah, adjacent. That's what adjacent is.
No.
Drew sounded so confident.
I'm on Drew's side.
That's
I
his-
think you can make the argument.
That's not adjacent. That's across.
No, that's
I thought it's a.
you're
Yeah.
thinking kitty corner.
All right, we're getting there.
Kitty corner and adjacent. mixed up.
Hey,
Right.
is this as fun as Counter-Strike?
Not really.
Oh, wow.
Not really.
But it's fun to play with other people.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Good.
Liar.
You know, the plan is eventually to also just when we record this for them to make it into podcasts. Also, this would be an amazing podcast episode.
segment.
So fun to listen to.
Yeah. All the technical issues.
Yeah, so fun. So waiting for the loads. All right, here we
Okay.
go.
All right, here we go.
True.
Eventually, we're just going to memorize all the answers.
Yeah.
Fine.
And that A2 is true based. I just luckily got that. All right.
Yeah, that one's just,
I should just be starting with D4. That's the.
Yes.
yeah.
Just, we'll get our pattern.
Yeah.
If we get it
B5
wrong
is the
again.
opposite of this box. Which that would mean false. All right, that's true. All right. This box is adjacent to 3 true boxes.
So it's any of those boxes. So that doesn't really give us anything, right? Other than blindly guessing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
we know
So
it's not B1.
would it be? So it then. Would we say it's adjacent to B1, B2, C2, D2, D1? Is that correct? And that 3 of
I believe
those.
that's what it's saying adjacent means.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Also,
Yeah.
look, doesn't A3 help us? Any false box in a corner are not adjacent to any other false boxes.
It's not in a corner though. C1 isn't.
I know, but wouldn't that tell us something about D1?
Only if we knew what E1 was.
Mm.
Yes.
Any false boxes? Okay. Here, do you want to try C2 as
you're my
I
true?
think that's our best bet.
I feel
Yeah.
like we're missing something. We should have more information.
Yeah, because at this point, there's no logic. It just.
It's
Okay.
just guessing.
True. Okay, so here we go. True. There are at least 2 false boxes in the 5th row.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's good to know. This box is adjacent to 3 true boxes. Wait, would adjacent just be C2, C3, and C4? Would those be the adjacent 3 boxes?
No.
No, I
You
don't
can't
think
do
so. Because they're not adjacent to C1.
Yeah, at this point, it's B1, B2, D1, D2.
Well, we did B1 last time, right?
Yeah, and that was
And
not
that
correct.
gave
So
us our
let's
false.
try D1 true.
Ooh.
It's a guess.
Is A4 not?
Yeah.
There we
Hey.
go.
Hey, is this? Do we all kind of feel like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind right now?
Yeah.
This does feel very
Okay.
similar to Minesweeper, though.
It feels,
Yeah.
it feels like
So-
a
We
lazy
might
one.
as well have played it.
Yeah.
That
True.
means in the top row, A4 has to be false because A5 has to be true.
Why?
Because there's a false next to the corner. So A5 has to be true because of what it says in A3, right?
Also, didn't
You're right. Yeah.
yeah,
And then it also says there are no row where all the boxes are the same. So A4 has to be false because all the others in that row are true.
Also, similar goes for B4 because D4 is true and B5 is opposite of it and they can't be adjacent to each other. So B4 must be true.
Which one? B4?
B4 is
Yeah.
true.
I guess because D4 is true and B5 is opposite of D4.
Yeah.
And no two adjacent corner ones can be false. So by
Yep.
that logic.
Okay, so we're saying B4 is true.
Well,
Or A5 is, should we go A5
I just
false?
A3 doesn't say there's no false boxes in a corner.
You're real confident
Well,
for a second there, and then you
just
that
says-
well really.
It just says
brought it
any
back a
false
little
boxes
bit.
in a corner are not adjacent to any other false box.
How about this? Should we check B2 for being true as the last adjacent box? Or D2?
I don't know. My brain thinks that A5 has to be true, but
We can give it a shot.
Let's go
Quick
for
question:
it. Yeah.
but
Do we think D12 was a good band?
Yeah.
Wait, no, she's right. A5 has to be true.
Yeah, I like them.
Uh,
A good group.
because of what A3 says, right? Yes.
Hey.
all
Oh.
even numbers in the B row are false. Hey, that's
Oh,
helpful.
sweet.
That's so helpful. And that's true. We're not falling for anything.
Yeah, because it's true. A5 is true.
Okay.
Okay, so then
B4 should be false.
yes, and then it sounds like B1 is false also.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Both E1 and E2.
Okay.
Oh gosh, too much information.
Okay. All right. So B1 is also false because it says false. The box of is opposite. This box is the opposite of B1.
Wait. It's a double
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. No. And then that would be B3 is true because all the other ones are false.
So we know E4 is false too, right?
It's true.
Yes.
Wait,
E4 is
False.
because of B4.
All right. And then E4. We're almost there, guys. I think we got this.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Oh,
No. Oh.
it was
Does.
true.
You
It's
both.
does.
Both E1 and E4 are true. That's not false. That's false. One is true and one is not.
One is true, one is false. Damn.
nothing beautiful about these
It
minds.
is so hard.
Really just mine. That was my bad.
No, yeah, those are tricks. Are we seeing this through or
Start it over.
One more
Start it
time.
Just take a
over.
screenshot.
you were so close.
I have so much to do today.
we're
Can we
gonna
just
do it?
Screen grab it and fill it in for what we already have done.
Yeah.
I remember it.
You what?
Let's
No
see.
way. There's no
Let's
way
see.
you remember that.
Completely
All right,
out
this-
of memory.
Then just fill everything in as far as we got without consoling us, Ryan.
Let's go, Ryan.
No,
No.
I'm not doing that.
Are you still recording?
Yeah. This is still going on YouTube. There's probably somebody on YouTube being like, "Please let me in." All right, here, I'm just gonna do this in order.
Oh god.
No. D4. True. B5 is the opposite of this box, so that would be false. Also, I'm
You
just
think
learning
this is
that
the game that George Lucas was playing when he came up with the idea for C3PO.
Yeah. Right. We know
100%.
Okay.
B2 was true.
E1 is true
Yeah.
from last time.
Yep.
You know that.
No, E1 was false. I don't think we got to the.
They change every time or what?
No.
No, I think it's the same. I think we gotta do it.
Same.
This is like Groundhog's Day when Bill Murray things were getting good and then he couldn't and then it
Yep.
regressed for a while and got worse and worse.
So this will just take 10,000 hours, right? To get
Yeah.
to that?
Okay.
So
Gotta
the
be.
good thing about this, so the whole idea of this show is that we talk about the quarantine blues, and then we do an exercise that by the end of it, we would love to go back to our depressing lives.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
wasn't so bad when I was sitting all alone and
Do you know about the Impossible Mario game? It's like you can try whatever you want to go forward, but it's impossible to go through it because there are so many obstacles. You really literally cannot pass through them.
Yeah, it's from Mario Maker. I've seen it. It's hell.
Yeah.
It looks like
It's
hell.
horrible.
Hey, am I the only one in this group video chat that has never beaten any Mario game ever?
Yeah.
Has
think I
everyone
have.
else beaten a Mario game of any kind?
I don't think I have.
I just
know
thought
if
you
I've
got to the
officially
end of
beaten
the race. Isn't that beating it? If you just finish the race?
I mean, yeah, I guess
Mario
so.
Kart, you just beat it.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I don't beat a lot of games either.
Let's see
All right,
here.
Ryan, take your time. Let's be
So
patient.
we said B2 is true, right? We know B1 is
Yes.
false. We know B1 is false. So I'll just actually put that in.
Yes.
And get
And we know E4 is true.
this column is more true boxes than the fourth column. That's false. Oh my God. All right, and we know B2 is true.
Yes.
A5 was true as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, B2
What?
is.
They did change it. They got us.
They changed it.
Wait, they change it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know if we.
Because I remember last time E1 was true, E4 was not, and similarly B2
You're
was
right.
also
If
true.
only we had taken a
Change it.
screenshot.
Oh my god.
It feels like cheating. It feels like cheating.
That's how I pass.
Oh my
Like when you
God.
gotta take like computer-based training, and I gotta take a test. Just whatever I got wrong.
That's the way to do it.
You still learn it.
You felt 3 more times
yeah.
since I've been gone. Oh my god.
Yes.
Since you've been
We made a
gone.
lot of mistakes.
That's right. I know it. I know it.
All right. D4. You sunk my battleship. False.
Tony, what are you eating now?
Beyonce.
Snacks?
Good.
So you want
They
to
were gonna
Sure.
go back.
you know that this
Yeah.
one is true. We know that B1 and B2 are false. Now, we know that.
Okay.
Okay.
This box is the opposite of B1.
But it's false.
Yeah, okay. We know that E1. Hold on.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's slow this down.
Yeah.
So then was D1 true?
Why would it be true?
It's adjacent to 3 true boxes.
I'm starting to think that the adjacent to 3 true boxes are the C2, C3, and C4.
No.
Or it's D1 and D2. I remember C3 is true.
Well, hold on. C1 says this box is adjacent to 3 true boxes. Right now it's touching 2 false, 1
One.
true. It only has 2 left. So D1 and D2 both must be true, right?
I think you're right. So I'm gonna try. Here we go. Oh yeah, we got that. All right, I'm gonna do it again here.
E2 has to be true.
Oh yes, it is true. There's
True,
no
this box is true. Great.
there's no row where all the boxes are the same.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Helpful, but doesn't help us yet. Can't make
No.
any.
There are at least 2
Yeah.
false boxes in the 5th row. Okay.
Didn't we originally have that A2 was also true?
Yes,
Because
I
then we
guessed
made
on that one.
A4 false and A5 true.
Oh fuck! That was an
What
accident.
did you do?
Accident. I thought I clicked on A2.
God damn it.
No.
That was all right. I apologize for that one. I thought I clicked A2 and then I pressed in the thing, but it didn't do it. Oh God, this is when I feel bad. This is when I feel like I'm annoying you.
I barely been paying attention for the last couple of minutes here.
All right, we know A2 is true. We know.
I wonder if Mark Maron is watching this and being like, "Hey, you know what? This is a pretty good idea. I'm going to incorporate
The
this." into my
show
audio."
ended when we started the game. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, I think this is fun. This is great.
B5
Puppy.
Oh, can you see Chief? Oh, hey, I got my dog here too. Say hello.
Oh.
Oh, hey, I got my dog here too. Oh, say hello. Oh.
Dave, you nut.
Oh, get out of here, you scamp.
So deeply sad. Oh.
All right. So we know that C2 is true. D1 was true. D2 was true. B1, B1,
B1 has to be false.
correct. B2 was
Also
false.
has to be false.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Whew.
D,
Now we're getting serious.
D3, based on my mistake, was false. I was trying to click on A2 to put in true.
Wait, why is D3 that?
I mean, just based on my screw up from last game, I was clicking on A2 to click true. Now, if we want to do it like the right way, I can save it, but we know it's false because we screwed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's not helpful. You're so funny.
Do A4 and 5.
Do we remember what those were?
5 is true, 4 is false.
Mhm.
Yeah, 5 has to be true because of the corner rule.
And yes,
4 would also have to be true, right?
true.
Mm.
All even numbers in the B row are false. And so far, that is correct.
Amy
Both.
stayed up all night for this.
I know, this is so ridiculous.
All in the
Still
B
not
row,
the
but what about a
best
B
decision I've
dubs?
made.
What are there? Is everything false or true in B dubs?
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Uh-huh.
Everything's true there, baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ryan, focus.
All right, I'm focusing. Dave, you keep saying funny stuff.
Okay.
Dave,
So
quiet.
We know
Isn't there
E4
a
is
rule
true
that
based
no
on my
row can
mistake.
be all the same, so B3 would have to be true?
That is correct.
Yes. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Nanox.
All right, this box is adjacent to 3 false boxes, so that would be mean C3 and C4 are false.
No. It's
No,
already
no.
adjacent.
Only
We've already got
C3.
2.
Yeah.
Because we already have 2 false boxes.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
It's already touching 3.
Or it's already 3.
Oh,
My
You
bad.
already got 3.
So it means C3 and C4 are both true because B3 is already touching 3 false boxes.
So yes, you're correct. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, right.
And so then this would also be true.
I believe so. Yeah, C4 is true.
Okay. There are
Oh, God.
16 true boxes in this
Oh.
quiz. How many are we at?
Then
4,
C5 should be false because
5.
not in
12.
the
Yep.
row we can't have all true.
Yeah.
He's right.
C5
What
is
did you say?
false.
I'm sorry? C5 is
should
false?
be false.
Oh, yep.
He's right.
False. E5
Hey,
is the same.
before we go any
as
further-
A2.
This is the farthest we've ever gotten in this.
Yeah.
this is huge.
Okay.
Okay, so E5 is the same as
No pressure.
A2. That is,
Hold on, that's false. So it's
That's-
a trick box. So A2 is true. It's saying it's the same, but it's false.
So it's false.
so it's true.
No.
So is the false statement E5 is the same as A2?
Yes.
And
Correct.
so then E5 would be false.
False.
False. Yeah.
This one. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Now,
which makes D5 true.
and
because of-
E4. Yeah, because a
Yes,
false
yeah.
corner can't be adjacent to other falses. So D5 and E4 are true.
E5 and what?
E4
E5.
and D5.
E4 and D5.
Oh,
Dinosaur
guys.
5, Epsilon 4.
Alright. This is true.
Oh yeah.
E4
I
is
will never forget that.
All right.
okay.
Both E1 and E4 are true. That's false. So E1 was false.
Well, where are you getting this? What?
Wait,
Wait.
from B4.
B4 false. Both E1 and E4 are true. That was that was false. E4 is true. E1 is false.
Gotcha.
Okay, but before you fill them in, who sang Red Red Wine? Who sang that song?
UB40.
Yeah, UB40.
UB40. Okay, just making sure.
All right, hold on.
I'm
That's screwed me
glad,
up.
I'm glad
That
we
lit-
took a pause.
That really did screw me up for a second.
Wait, I don't understand why E1 is false.
Look at B4. Both E1 and E4 are true. E4 is true.
E1
They
has
both,
has to be false.
yeah.
But couldn't it be either or? Wait, hold on. Both E1
Well, but we already know E4 is true.
I gotcha. So, yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
No column has 3 false boxes.
Okay, so E2 and E3
They
are
have to
true.
be true.
Wait, hold on.
We already have 2 false boxes in this column.
In this column, in the 2
This
column.
is a row, right? This isn't a
Yeah.
column.
Oh, I was about to.
This is a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
So
One
true,
of these-
false, true.
One of these said there were 16 total
True.
Trues.
True.
Yeah, so we can fill out how many are left. So
That's
1,
correct.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So we've got 14 trues, I think.
That's what I got.
14. All right, so these last 2 are true.
Are there, wait, is it 16?
Yeah.
And then that was on a true
Yeah,
statement?
that's
Yes.
true. C4.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, then it's got to be 2 truths, right?
Yep.
Yep.
This box is adjacent to the same amount of false boxes. And then here we go.
Oh boy.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh my God, we did it.
Everyone.
We did it,
Wow.
everyone.
Honestly,
Thank
I really
God.
like
That was fun.
That was
Yeah.
that was fun. Better
fun.
than Counter Strike.
that.
Don't you lie to us, Ajit.
Really, it was fun.
That was fun. Guys, thank you so much for hopping in with us. I can't believe we did it.
It was great.
This was so much fun. This was cathartic in its own way. Definitely cheered me up. I hope it did for you guys also. And we will be back on Friday. Thanks everyone for watching. Until next time, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, guys.
Playing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
A1.